Today, I was informed by a phone call from my dealership that Ford has arbitrarily decided to not make my Maverick Hybrid Lariat anymore. This came from a Maverick chat forum member about a month ago regarding their Ford Maverick Hybrid order from 2022 that they've been waiting for almost a year. And they just got that phone call that Ford is not going to make their order. And this got me questioning. I've been seeing some articles around Ford actually canceling Ford Maverick hybrid orders for the 2022 model year. As you all know, Ford Maverick and Ford, they received so many orders for their 23 model, and a lot of people thought their 22 model would just transfer to the 23 model, but it's coming out that more and more people are getting their hybrid orders canceled. Also, on another forum, it was released that most people who ordered 23 model year orders actually ordered a hybrid instead of an EcoBoost, right? Which puts even more strain on the supply issues on getting hybrid powertrain. And so, of course, these are forums, and so you got to take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's still indicative and represents what people are looking for and what people are ordering and what is happening between them, the dealership, and Ford. Let me know what you all think down below. Do you all think this is an issue, especially with hybrids, powertrains with Ford Mavericks? Did you all order a hybrid for your Ford Maverick for the 23-year model year? Let me know down below. Now I'm going to share my screen with you all and just go over this article from Ford Authority talking about this very issue. And as once again, you all take these articles and forums with a grain of salt, but I just want to share this article and just talk about what they're talking about here, and also go over what Kelley Blue Book just recently released about the sales amount specifically for hybrid Ford Mavericks over the past quarter and over the past year. All right, so right here we have a Ford Authority article, and they were just talking about some 2022 Ford Maverick hybrid orders face cancellation. And I've been seeing that on the forums and reading different articles, so I just want to highlight this. And right here, they're just talking about how Ford, they didn't expect to get so many requests for different vehicles. They said this happened to the Ford Escape and the Ford Transit Connect. And I'm not that big into the Ford Escape, even though I own an older version of a Ford Escape. But I didn't know so many people were trying to get a 2022 Ford Escape, maybe because of hybrids and everything like that. But right here, they're just saying that Ford Maverick hybrid orders are facing cancellation over various supply chain issues stemming from suppliers. This affects both retail and dealer stock orders. So it's not only retail custom orders, but also dealer stock orders that previously had their scheduled build date pushed back to December 12th, 2022. Through all dealer allocations, though all dealer allocation will be returned for the 23 model year over the course of several months. So I think some dealers will still receive them, but I don't know about the retail order, so to say. But yeah, Ford is working to find a solution to these issues and different things like that. And then they highlighted prices have increased across the board between $1,095 to $1,200 depending on the trim. However, the turbocharged 2.0 i4 is now a no charge option on all trims. But yeah, we know that the 23 Ford Maverick has been closed, the order banks. And in my other video about the Maverick, I told you about the different packages and trims that are facing supply chain issues more than other trims, which was highlighted here also in this article. The new black appearance package, the trimmer off-road package, and the trimmer off-road appearance package. So all of those packages are currently supply constrained, so they're facing supply chain issues. Another thing that I wanted to discuss was in that forum about the person I was talking about earlier who stated they had their orders canceled. They started to talk about how the dealership it's just relaying this information to the customer. It's nothing of the dealership actually doing anything or have any say in it. It's not. It didn't seem like the dealer was trying to purposely like mislead a customer so they can keep the vehicle for themselves and mark it up and sell it. It seemed like this was a direct response from Ford, letting the dealership know to contact the customer and let them know their orders are not going to be fulfilled, and other things like that. So the next thing I want to talk about is looking at these orders of Ford Maverick hybrids. And Kelley Blue Book recently released information about this, and Ford usually doesn't really split up the amount of sales between the EcoBoost and hybrids in their sales report. And so Kelley Blue Book, they have this report going over all of the electric vehicles or electrified vehicles like hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and other vehicles like this. And they had the Ford Maverick on their chart. So it's right here. And so right here is the Kelley Blue Book electrified light vehicle sales report Q3 2022. I'm guessing, of course, they have, good connections with manufacturers. So they're probably just calling up a rep. It's Kelley Blue Book, and they're getting this information. And so just to highlight just quickly, electric vehicles, who do you think is going to be the highest? Of course, it's Tesla. So Tesla right here has 60,000 that they sold in Q3 of 2022 of the Model Y, and then Model 3 they sold 55. And then the next highest one is the Chevy Bolt. So GM is right there. They would be number 2 after Tesla with their electrified vehicle. And then you have the Mach-E, and then the Lightning has 6,400. They sold 6,400 for Lightnings in Q3. So just looking at the electrified versions, the hybrids or plug-in hybrids, let's look at the Ford Maverick. And right here they have the magic number, 4,886 hybrids were sold in Q3 of 2022, right? And that represents 24,000. If I can zoom in a little bit more so you all can see. So 24,000 Ford Mavericks were sold year to date, right? And then that represents, as you all can see here, 2.3% market share for Q3, but overall year to date, their market share is 3.5% of hybrid vehicles are Ford Mavericks, which is a decent amount, right? That's pretty decent, I would say. Segment share in this industry. So that's where Ford Maverick currently sits at. So year to date, we already been through 9 months during this year, and they sold 24,000 Ford Mavericks that were hybrids, right? And we know they got over 86,000 Ford Maverick orders for the 2023 year. Do you think they can, and let's say half of them are hybrids. Let's say 40, I don't know, like 45,000 are hybrids. That's a little bit less than, or a little bit more than half, but let's just say 45,000 are hybrids. Right now in 2022, they were able to make or sell 24,000 in 9 months. And so 24 divided by 3, that averages around 8,000 a quarter. Let's say they have another 8,000, so that brings their total to 32,000 total for the year. So if they can do 32,000 Ford Mavericks this year, I think they can do 45,000 Mavericks next year. But once again, these are orders maybe they still have to fulfill from 2022, if they don't cancel them at least. But they were able to sell 24,000 year to date, which is actually surprising. But yeah, but I don't know the amount of hybrid orders that are out specifically. But let me go back to it. This thing is, there's so many things. All right, right here. So I hope that math made sense, how I calculated that and everything like that. Let me know what you all think down below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.